Good evening, everyone. It is Patmos, and it's time for some more Ostriv. So I'll on pause because we have plenty of stuff set up in the building queue, and we're going to continue as I say hello, Roadhog, Kevbot, Vladimir, and anybody else that might be watching. So nice to have you all in. I hope everybody's doing good and that you're all having a good day and a good week so far. Of course, thank you very much for tuning into this live stream. That is much appreciated. How's everyone doing? I already read that Kevbot is doing okay. It's going well. Road Dog too, so that's nice. How's Vladimir today? And oh, we completed a well. Oh well, that's nice. So we've completed the gazebo. Nice, nice. So that area takes shape. Still have a trader in, but not much to do with that. Do need to make some money. Let's sell that little bit of extra salt for some extra money. Extra money is always good. And we should slowly develop our town. But of course, this game is just here for fun. So no pressure, no speed. We can just do whatever we want. That's what I like most about gaming. That's of course what we sometimes forget, I think, when we game. Gaming is for fun. It's for relaxation. It's for having a nice time. So let's make sure that we actually do that and have that. That's probably better than to just feel rushed and pressure and all that kind of stuff. And well, we're going to build these houses here in the, what was it called? Like the hexagonal area. Then of course we're going to build a new little area out here. So still plenty of stuff planned. Although, yeah, I don't think this area is ready yet. See, we have some more stuff to build here, but we'll get there. Luckily, we do already have our first school. It's filled up with kids, so at some point my village should get a little bit smarter. And hopefully we can also do more industries and all that kind of thing later on. We did start the 2 orchards now, though. And it's going to take some time, because they need to be 2 years to actually bear fruit. But at least we have a start. And from the looks of it, we might actually add another one here. And then be kind of ready with this area. So let's do so. Let's go in here and see if we can fit another one in. I think we can. Oh yeah, easily. So let's fit this one in. Oh, this one can apparently go up quite a bit. That should mean that this one can go down a bit. Oh, yeah. Probably because of the change in terrain that happens sometimes. It's okay, though. Let's place this one here. Let's get it done. And I guess quickly, so that we can start to grow the trees in there. Doing well. Munching on crunchies and polishing them with coffee. Oh, okay. Nice. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, wifey and little one, okay. Yes, we're all fine, we're all fine. It's interesting times for us at the moment. Lots of thinking to do about wifey's business and stuff, because some changes in Dutch law and they impact us quite a bit. So we'll have to see what comes from it, but with new stuff always comes new opportunities, so that's how we look at it, and then all should be well, and the little one is just happy and funny and cool and grown up and at school as she can be, so that's always good. That's always good. As long as she's a happy camper, we're happy, so that's all good. I like that. Hey Agudo, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? How's LA today? What about Farming Simulator multiplayer? Me? Oh yeah, I forgot a bit about that. I'll see how late I end the stream. If you have some time afterwards, we can do it straight away. And otherwise, I have all day tomorrow where we can plan and get you in and get you settled in. No worries. It's gonna take like 10 minutes of your time. We can set you up anytime before the stream. But you're more than welcome to join us, so that's all good. So let me know. I think we can just do it after the stream. That should be no problem. Oh, and next time, if I forget something, just send me a DM on the Discord and I'll get back to you. And it's a reminder for me, and then we can just set you up. So no worries, no worries. You're more than welcome. I think he has a game this weekend. Haven't checked it, but we'll see. We'll call him later this weekend. Ooh, a game. Cool. You ever had any word on your computer, Roadhog? Well, not really your computer, but your GPU. Okay, yeah, there's not a lot to sell yet, but other than that, we should be okay. We get some salt in now, and if the messenger from Derkachi comes in, we should be able to sell some charcoal, which should be good. Yep, we have plenty in store. We can even sell some shoes, but they don't buy those in Merefa, so that's a problem. Sure, after the stream. Alright, good. We'll do it after the stream then. We'll get you set up. That's fun. I mean, it's such a nice game, so we have to get you in. Alright, let's get a few more maple trees. Now, we did them in the middle of that road, so let's now put them on the sides of the road to do some more decorations here. Because I think the town can almost never have too much decoration. If you've been following the historic city that I'm trying to do, then you know that I've been going heavy on decorations there as well, and I like that. So cool when the town really looks decorated and feels like it's just a more alive and a more real town, so I do really like that. Still no news about my card. Monday my patience is over. Well, then you have been very patient, Roadhog. I mean, I probably would have thought, if it was me, I would probably have sent them a message today, like around noon, so they had a few hours to respond. But yeah, you've been very patient. And I mean, the problem is probably obvious. They just need to send you a new card, so I don't know why they're stalling that. But hopefully you get some news soon then. You should, because, you know, you want to play games. Hey, Cooper, welcome in. How are you today? How's the boys? Let's see. Okay, so they're building this, then we get the orchard, then we get a few more houses, then we get that. We are already at 209 people, so at some point we're going to have to need to build the church. We do have the stones for that though, so that's good, but we have to keep in mind that we have to go get the church at some point. We do have the weaver and the tailor, so we are making clothing. And we're not making warm clothing, of course, but we do have clothing and shoes, so that's good. That's no problem anymore then. So for the most part, we're good. And I thought we also had a dairy. Yeah, for the cheese, that's nice. So we slowly get in some cheese. Very good. Hey, Laura, good to see you. How are you doing today? Lurking. Hubby has a small surgery today requiring an epidural numbing shot. Oh, wow. Well, fingers crossed. Let's hope all goes well. Bless the doctor's hands and make sure that small surgery goes good and that it does what it's supposed to do without any problems. Brothers are out chasing weekend problem for me. Oh dear. But how are you, Cooper? Defender is playing games with Roadhog, who needs to actually play games professionally. How ironic. Oh dear. Oh. Yeah, we need Roadhog on Farming Simulator. Fun fact, 80% of the reasons of a computer being broken usually sits across it. True, true. It's not the gecko's fault. The importer has to decide and they're lazy. Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's the importer's fault. I mean, they get the part in and they probably just hook it up somewhere. They measure it and then they conclude it's broken and they can send you a new one. They can do that in a couple of hours, so no reason why it should take them so long. I didn't mean to blame that company. I meant to blame the importer, or the factory in this case probably, that made it, because that's probably where it got sent to. I think you're being gentle with the 80%, Vladimir. I think it might actually be higher, but I haven't seen any real statistics on that, so I don't know. I know most times my computer isn't working, it's probably my fault, but I'm never going to admit it. Okay, so the saltworks is pumping out salt. It's doing a great job. We have quite a bit stored, so that's nice. And our cartwright, nothing ordered, so that's keeping up. We have this all in stock. I think... Ah, there it is. I was already looking for... Yeah, we have this in store. We're almost out of iron, though, in storage. We have some in the smithy, though. So, as soon as we get the opportunity, we should buy a bit extra iron, because otherwise we will run out at some point. And that can never be the case, of course. That will lead to trouble. Another friendly guy streaming 7 Days to Die and stuff. That's not the trouble. We have a lot of flour. And we have no way to store it. I'll add a bit of flour in here. Not too much though, because we don't want to have too much stuff at the farm. See, there's a lot of buckwheat and stuff, potatoes. Because of a lot of garden houses, so we have to really start spreading all the food around big time. Oh, there's a lot in there already. So yeah, we can probably build a few more houses without gardens so that they can actually have some food. Are they selling buckwheat here? Yes, okay, good. Buckwheat, flour, potatoes. Yep. Oh, no shoes being sold here. What's happening? We should sell shoes. There we go, that's better. We can get rid of the peas now, though, because we don't need them. We have plenty of different food sources, and they all grow their own food, so that should be good. I'm good thanks to the brothers. They keep bringing home stuff that keeps my stamina and condition in top. Nice. Well, you know, at least the boys are perfect hunters. I mean, can't you, like, rent them out to companies that need to clear houses with vermin? They just put the boys in a house, and an hour later all the vermin is gone and it's under your fridge, so... Should be a good one, I guess. I mean, maybe you can make some money on that. Alright, the houses go relatively slow, but it's okay. It's okay. Now, we got the gazebo set up here, but oh, we also have 2 benches, but I think we need more, so let's go with that. Like, we need a lot of sitting places. 1, 2, 3. Then we put a tree in the middle, and then when the tree is planted, we'll put in the next bench. Hello, Shorts Gaming. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're good. If they do not stay long enough to need supplies, they are usually evening snacks for the brothers and do not stay so long that they need supplies. Oh, do they? I mean, you had a few mice living under the fridge for a long time. Are the brothers now actually using them as food later in the day? That's interesting. Can some guy please come in? Ah, there he is, I think. Plant that tree so that I can put the bench in. Yes, thank you. There we go. Blocking something. Nobody needs to go to the tree. Oh, it will just tell me that the tree is blocked anyways, probably. Well, now it's good. I planted it too early. Alright, there we go. I'm good, how about you? I'm good, thank you. Had a good day. Had some fun. And now, streaming, of course. Had a nice time recording some Farming Simulator. Also recorded another episode for my Ostriv Historic series. So, yeah, it was nice. Ah, finally, we can buy some iron. Although, I don't have that much money. I really need to get the trader in from Dekachi to sell some charcoal at some point. Luckily, we still have plenty of nails and stuff, so that's no issue. And we do need some cow hides. Do we have some oxen? Yes, we can slaughter this one. And we can slaughter... How old are you? 11 months. Yes, we can slaughter the second one too then. Slaughter this one. That's 3. Alright. Well, we'll leave this one in then for a while to breed. As long as we get 2, it can start to tan a bit, and then they can go ahead with it and turn it into shoes. The shoemaker, so that's good. In my eyes, they are 2 good hunters. Bring home stuff often, more than 3 to 5 times an hour. Oh, wow. Depending on the... That's a lot of stuff they bring in. So soon enough, there will be no more mice and vole and stuff around your neighborhood. I have a question. Go ahead. Feel free to ask your question. I'll try to answer it. I'm not the almighty smart one, so I might not know the answer, but if I do, I'll try. And there's always a lot of wise people in chat that might help you out, so please go ahead. Building a house. Good. A lot more houses coming in. What else could we get? 209 people, so we don't have to get to the church yet. But these all we have, these all we have. We can't build these because we have no iron on the map. Lime works, lime kiln. Shoemaker, fulling mill, saddlery. Not a lot to go for. Maybe some fishing soon. That might be one. Don't forget, at tannery, 1 batch, 1 worker. If the batch unattended for long, it rots. Yeah, but I'll leave 2 workers in. And they can only do 1 batch at the moment now, not more than 1. So, it should be good. But yeah, thanks for that, Volodymyr. You are full-time YouTuber or part-time? At the moment, part-time. My day job is to take care of our little girl. That's what I do. My wife works full-time and I take care of our little girl. Spare time that I have, I use both for... well, I should probably rephrase that. My main concern, of course, is our girl, but she goes to school. She's 8. So when she's in school, I take care of the house and all the household stuff. Then I also do admin work and that kind of stuff for my wife's business because she has her own business. And with all the time I have to spare, I either spend on the channel or on a little side job that I have in the funeral business. Those are the things that I do. And, well, maybe at someday, if this really starts to make me some money, then I might be doing this full-time at some point. Who knows? But... well, you know, priorities, and the first priority is our kid, so that's what we do. No, user, I didn't do that. Thanks for reminding me. I already forgot that we built this, so let's set this up. Let's make sure that they plant some trees, and then we can get them out for the next 2 years. So yeah, not my full-time occupation, but I'm trying to grow this, of course, and the more it grows, the more time I'm going to put into it, because I can then, so that's it. And we have an interesting situation at the moment where starting in January, my wife's business will be a little bit different than it is now. What do I mean with that? Well, there's been some changes in Dutch law and she's self-employed, but there's going to be some trouble with that. Which is okay, because there's some new laws to protect people from being self-employed, not by choice, but because an employer makes them that way, because it saves the employer a lot of money and all the risk goes to the worker. That's not the case for my wife, but that's just collateral damage from that law, which is okay. But we're now weighing options, making some changes to the business, and she might just join a company for 2 days a week that actually she does a lot of contract work for now. But then she'll just join them for 2 days a week, which also comes with a lot of benefits, like they pay for your pension and they pay a bit for healthcare and all that kind of stuff, so it will save us money as well. But then on the other hand, you're employed and you're no longer self-employed for that part, so lots and lots of thinking to do. That's also my job usually, so I'll do all the thinking and put stuff on paper, and then I'll talk about that with wifey, and then we make choices and stuff. So we have some big choices to make in the coming months. And as a result of maybe joining that company, we might also move from where we live now to a different province. So there's lots of stuff to think about. But it also opens opportunities, like with my funeral job right now. It's pretty regional and located here. And if we move, I'll lose that job. And that might open up extra time for the channel, for instance. So there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things to think about. Of course, there's also the loss of part of the business and stuff, which is not so nice, but we accept that, and it opens up new opportunities, and that's how we try to look at it. So we'll see how that goes and what the future brings. And I like the whole thinking about stuff, weighing options. I'm doing lots of calculations for what it will mean financially and stuff like that, so that's all interesting. And then at some point we'll make decisions, and who knows what that will bring. So maybe in the future I'll be having more time, a lot more time for the channel, and I can really do this full time. But I see you are a gamer too then, so how do you do that? Are you like full-time, part-time? How does that work for you? I need to keep track of everything, otherwise I'm talking a lot now, but I'm not really paying attention to the village. When you go to your job, how about your channel? Well, you know, you don't have to attend your channel 24/7. So, like right now I'm streaming. Of course, I can't be at my job right now, my funeral job. But that's okay because I stream 3 days a week, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, always in my evenings because it's evening here now. It's past 7 p.m. And I don't have to work that time. So I can always do the streams without it interfering with my job. Sometimes I have a meeting on that time, but that's like 3 or 4 times a year. That's it. And for the rest, like all my recorded videos, like today I had no funeral work to do, so I recorded videos. And it might be that next week I have a very busy week with funerals, so I don't have time to record, but I've already made recordings for next week. So I upload 3 videos each week. Every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday you'll find a new uploaded video. And I try to always have a few in advance. So next week is already done. And I've already recorded the first episode for the week after. So that when I get into a busy week or something comes up or my kid gets sick and I don't have time to work, that I still have videos coming up. So that's how I do that. And I think when running a channel, it's very important to not look at your channel all the time. So don't go out and about, see if somebody already commented, if you got a few extra views that hour and all that kind of stuff. So, take your distance from it. So I try to answer comments once a day. Usually when I wake up, I have to get little one ready to school. I bring her to school, I come home, and then I start answering comments. And sometimes at the end of the day, I do it again. And sometimes I just wait for the next day. Because you can be busy with your channel 24/7, but I don't know if that's worth it. And especially now with only 5,000 subscribers and it's not that big. I don't think you should be busy with this all the time. There's a lot of other stuff in life as well that needs to go on. And if this is always on your mind, I don't think that's healthy. So I do, for instance, have the YouTube Studio app on my phone, but I rarely use it because it just gets very addictive to like, oh, I've a new video uploaded. I'll check every half an hour to see how the views are doing. Is it getting enough likes? Is it... You can't change anything, even if you're just looking at it. So stop looking at it. Just let it be. You can check tomorrow what it looks like. If it did good, now that's great. If it didn't so good, try and learn from it and do better next time. That's at least how I try to approach it. One day it goes better, another day a bit less. That's how it works, of course. But that's what I try to do. But I can combine it for now with everything that I do. If it really starts kicking off, then I might have to let go of other stuff. But those are choices that you make then. And I really do love the whole streaming and the making videos and the editing and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to investing more time in this and trying to make a living out of it. But not at all costs. You can find a new funeral job at a new place too. People die everywhere. That's true. That's true. I might do that. Although the specific, I have multiple funeral jobs that I do basically. So I work for the city here, and that's completely different work than what I do for some of the contractors. So when somebody hires me to be one of the 6 or 8 guys that actually carry the coffin around, that's a completely different job than what I do for the city. And the job where I carry the coffin for a family, that's actually pretty regionally bound. So there are regions in the Netherlands where people are accustomed to that and where they do that. But there are also regions where they don't. And one of the regions we are looking at to go to doesn't really do that. So there's probably not a lot of work in that. But there will be graveyards and there will be cities. So they might need my, or they might be able to use my expertise and my workforce. So who knows, we'll see. For now, I'm trying to look at it as an opportunity to just spend more time on the channel. Of course, it will take a little financial hit, but all the calculations are done. That should not be a problem. And otherwise, I'll just eat a little bit less cheese. So that should be okay. That's true planning. To die, you are on the right place here. Oh dear. But yeah, I should be able to find a new job if I have to. Cooper's lurking. Okay, Cooper. Trying to scare away some of the new things that they brought in. Did I answer your question, Shard? And how about you? How are you running your channel? How's that going? Messenger from Merefa. Again, I want the guy from... Oh, well, we can sell some salt here. That also makes a bit of money. Okay, that's good. Okay, then it's okay. If we can sell some salt, then it's okay. How are we doing on the clothing? We have 800 clothing. We have shoes. We are out of warm clothing, though, so we might buy a bit of warm clothing. 250 should do for now. No, anything but less Dutch cheese. Nice. Nice. Oh, you're not lurking. Question was wife was lurking. No, wifey's busy now getting little one to bed. And little one loves to have bedtime stories read to her. So we try to do that a lot because it's good for their language development. And she's probably busy with that. So, and like in 5 minutes usually is the bedtime of little one. So she might pop in. She already told me that she might pop in later as soon as little one's asleep and she has the time. But it might take at least half an hour. So, but she might come in to chat. So who knows? Do you still do any vids for people like your choir work? Yes, but that's usually 2 times a year. Around June and Christmas. And I also intend to keep doing that even if we move. So if they want me, I'll be there. And there's been some people informing about what I do and if I can do that for them too. Video registration of their concerts and stuff. So who knows, maybe. Maybe. Now you know you are safe. Well, you know, chats, you can always reread the chat, so you never know if you're safe forever or not. Okay, what we have to do is continue our little house here that we did. At least where we can. We can probably do this one and the one here. I don't think we can do the last one. Or we'll just find a way. I mean, why not? We can just find a way. I mean, it doesn't have to be easy. Alright, put the house in. How does this look? It's okay. It's okay. Let's try. Can we fit this one in? Can build on water. Can I not build on water? How strange. I didn't know that. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, we can build another house here, so might be able to squeeze another one in here, although I think the entrance will be the problem. We might get another hexagon already. So how do you do that, Sharp, with your channel? How do you run it? Have you ever been to India? No, unfortunately, I have not yet been to India. My wife has, though, so she has been there. But I have not, unfortunately. Well, we actually can do this. This looks good. Nice. But I would love to one day. It's just... I have a lot of places I want to go someday, but... I'm kind of like... Our little girl's now 8, which now she is at the age that you can actually do this kind of stuff with her and that she'll remember it. Like, I remember when she was like 1.5 and then people would ask us to go to the zoo because that would be so nice for a little girl. And we were like, yeah, okay, maybe not. Because she won't remember it and at 1 she doesn't even know what she sees. So why would we do that? So we started really thinking about what we do. And if she would actually experience that and remember it and stuff. So we didn't go on long holidays with our 1-year-old because, oh, that's so nice for them. And then she can say later that she's been to country, whatever. Yeah, well, she won't know. So we didn't do that. We just went to like the petting zoo that's really close. Those are the things she really enjoyed. And that's good enough for a 2-year-old. So, but now she's at the age where she can actually... of course, really remember things and stuff like that. So we're doing more and more stuff like going on little holidays and things. So that's pretty cool. Next week on Friday and Saturday, there'll be a Lego place here in town where there'll be like 60,000 square meters of Lego buildings and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going there with her. She was really looking forward to it, as am I. To just go and have fun with all the Legos there and see what's out there, and maybe we can buy something nice. And we already made plans to start constructing our Christmas village that we have. I have a little Christmas village in the autumn holiday. She has to go to school next week, and the week after she has holidays. So then we're going to construct our little Christmas village that we always put in the living room with Legos, and each year we buy something new for it. So That's all the fun parts and things that we're going to do. Beer always saves the situation, or maybe a 6-bet when it comes to blondes. Oh dear. People remember experience from age 4.5 years and older. Yeah, exactly. So we started going to the zoo and she was like 4.5, and then she really remembers it. And the next time you go, she actually knows that last time she was there too. And she's been to places before when she was 4, and then you ask like, oh, do you remember that you've been there? And they're completely clueless, have no idea, which is fine. But I'm not going through the hustle of a crying kid that you have to drag through some place while it doesn't really want to be there. It just wants to have their sleep and stuff like that, just for my own fun and the kids' fun, because it's not fun. Okay, let's get 2 more wells going, because I just like the look of these wells. There we go. Let's set this area up. I also love the birch trees. And of course I'm doing a lot of talking already, so I need to focus on the town a bit. I'll keep my eyes on chat, of course, people, don't worry. But I also want to do some stuff here. That's done. How's little one enjoying the steering setup? She loves it. She absolutely loves it. I gave her own save game on Farming Simulator. And she's just driving around in her harvester, doing the harvesting on the field and going around with her tractor. She actually fully explored the barn that you get in the Riverbend map. So she actually opens doors, she goes upstairs, and then apparently you can go all the way up into the barn and walk around. And she found this little bowl, which has like all the colors of the rainbow on it. It's actually pretty big. And she also found out that she can pick it up and then toss it away and then run after it and pick it up again. So that's what she's doing now. So she has a great time with it. But of course she has limited screen time. So every now and then she's allowed to like ride around for 15 minutes or something. And then she has some fun. And that's it. And then maybe 2 or 3 days after she can do it again. Not too much. But it's so cool, and wifey is also completely hooked on it. So whenever she has some free time, she comes to me like, do you have to make a recording? Do you have to do some business on your computer, or can I play for a bit? So we're all really happy with the steering wheel. So Benny, if you're there listening, and Rodok for sending it, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was really a golden find. It is so cool. So yeah, we really love it. Do you watch any YouTuber videos? Yes, I do. I actually watch quite a bit of YouTuber videos. There's a lot of people on my channel that are also YouTubers, and I try to watch their videos and their streams. You have Jessica Wanders Gaming, Hera Dev. There's a lot of people actually. Bluey. So yeah, it's really cool. And Benny too. Oh, I started with Benny. Benny, if you're there, thank you so much. And Rodok for sending it. Yeah. It's great, we love it. Oh, well, okay, now I will be looking. The neighbor called and she needs help with something. Never turn down a lady asking for help. I will be back before the stream is over. Okay, Cooper, well, we know you're a sweet man, always helping out others. So you do that, Cooper, and we'll see you soon. But yeah, I do watch other YouTubers, sometimes just to enjoy their videos and see what they make. Sometimes to learn from it, like editing things and stuff like that. But as you can imagine, with me taking care of our girl, taking care of the household, doing my wife's business administration, doing my own funeral job, doing this, I am sometimes a little bit busy. So I don't always have time to go watch all those videos and stuff. So I don't watch nearly as much as I want or should, but I do my best. I do my best. We have a lot of jobs down here. Or a lot of people down here. I think we even have... Yeah, we have a few people available to do stuff. But I think it might be okay if we get a few fishing docks going. Thing is, if we build them right here... I don't like the look of them so close to these houses. But what we can do is build a bridge here. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I misclicked there. We can just build a bridge here. Because the road will go like this because of the house that's here. So if we just go forward to it and we go here, this is where the road should be. Place is occupied, too low. Let's just go slightly more this way then. Then it should work out, yes. No, that's a bit too far. Yes, like this, too low, okay. So if we build a bridge here, then we can put the fishing docks on this side. I like that a bit more to get them out of the way. Now, of course, this is inaccessible right now, but as soon as the bridge is done, it will be no longer inaccessible. So then we can go there. So let's put it up like that. That should be good. Benin. I don't know about that one, Shard. I don't know about that one. Do you play Ostriv, Shard? Do you like play this game, or what kind of games do you play on your channel? And of course, if anybody else has questions, feel free to ask. I will try to answer them. Okay, we have this area all set up. There is some stuff set up here. We're building these houses now. There's different street sizes here, so it's not really handy to put in trees like this or here, so we're not going to do that. However, we might need a few benches here, though, for the people. So let's do something with that. Let's put a bench in here, and let's put a bench in here. So at least they can sit. Problem is they all have to walk all the way around before they can sit, so they'll make them less efficient. But that's okay. Birches, so you can always have freshly squeezed birch sap with pulp. Oh, is that nice? I don't know about that. Could be very good. I have no clue. I do like birch trees, though. I don't know why. It's just, they're such nice looking trees. I love them. Oh, Vladimir, I have a question for you. Yesterday, little one went to a friend after school where she was playing with a friend. And they have a fig tree in their garden. And they actually got figs from it, which are really tasteful and nice. And then I was like, are fig trees native to Ukraine? So can we get some fig trees in this game with historical accuracy? Because I would like to have more different options of trees and stuff. So, but then I was thinking, of course, this game is heavy on the historical accuracy. So I need to know first if they're actually native to Ukraine or not. So maybe you know about that, since you are very knowledgeable and in Ukraine. It's also good for the hair. Okay. Well, I've never used it, and I still have a lot of hair, and it's very dense, so I can vouch for not using birch stuff for your hair. It really works. 231 people, so we are coming up to the moment where we need a church. Now, somebody already suggested that this slab of land, I think they meant this one because it was on a little hill, but I mean, they mentioned a hill, and I don't really see a big hill out here. This is something of a hill, so this could be for some of the for the church, but I don't know if I want to build a church there. Pigs are native to the Mediterranean, North Africa to be precise. Yeah, I kind of knew that, but sometimes trees also like are already indigenous for like hundreds of years to different countries. I was actually quite surprised that they had one in the backyard and that it was doing so well, because I was thinking like this is probably a tree native to the Mediterranean and not the Netherlands in this case. But it's apparently doing well, so... But you don't... there's probably not really a lot of fig trees in Ukraine then, so probably don't have to expect that in this game then. Okay. Oh, okay. We still have some room here for houses, but I can't really do another one of these setups. I can do a partial one, but I don't know if that will be looking any good, so... Blame it on climate change. I'm not blaming anything. And, well, we should take climate change pretty serious, but that's a whole different topic. Okay, one bull. And yeah, here we can slaughter one. Oh, and we can slaughter another one. Okay, that's good. Let's slaughter 2. They'll get another batch going. They'll get us some of our own leather. And then we can make some more shoes. Let's see. Clothing 800. Shoes 1250. Warm clothing 250. So we're good on that front. We don't need anything with that. We can see that the ice is melting. The snow will soon go away. We get into a new sowing season. So our farm will start to hire some people. And now it says no jobs available. What? We have jobs available. Let's put a lady in there. That might help. Let's get a few guys in there. Yeah, see, now it works. Now we have jobs available. Okay. I think as soon as we build this bridge, we open up this whole area. And this area should include the... Yeah, here's the limestone. So that's good, that's good. How long are you a streamer? Ooh, years now. I think I got back into active streaming somewhere in 2021, I think. 2021, probably. 2020, 2021. I started way back in 2016 or something, or 17, for a little bit on Twitch, just for fun, because I enjoyed gaming and I thought it would be nice. So I did it a bit, then I got really sick, a little one was born and stuff, so I abandoned it. And then years later I was like, oh, you know what, let's just have some fun, I'll stream once a week, see what comes from it. And that's basically how I started. And I've been doing that for a few years now. Just at my own pace. I don't do all the fancy editing stuff and skipping things usually. And I don't do clickbait and all that kind of stuff. So you can see that by the growth numbers of my channel. I don't have all the speedy growth and stuff that other channels might have. But I don't do other social media. I don't do clickbait and all that kind of thing. So yeah, well, you know, I just do it my own way. There's probably ways that you can grow a channel faster, but that's not what I want. I mean, one of the things I really want is for everybody to be able to watch all my stuff. So I don't do paid member stuff. Like, you can be a paid member and you can support me that way. And that's really nice and I really appreciate it. And sometimes, like once a week, I try to give early access to a video. But in the end, everybody can watch everything. So I'm not going to stream just for paying members. Because I don't want people to miss out, because they don't have the financial means to watch my stuff. Everybody should run their channel in their own way, so I'm not going to judge anybody that does that kind of stuff and that does members only stuff. If you want to do that, please go ahead, do that. I just don't want to do that. I want my stuff to be accessible for everyone. Not everyone is as fortunate as anybody else in life, and sometimes with very good reason. And that should not be a reason that you cannot watch some of my vids or whatever. That's at least how I see it. So I don't do that kind of thing. Yeah, that's how I do it. And if that makes stuff grow slower or make less money out of it, well, that's it. I don't care. It's not important. I love making friends here, meeting amazingly nice people. Some of you are already with the channel for very, very long. That's what I love and cherish, and all the rest is secondary. Ukraine is too cold for fig trees to grow out of covered soil if they are not of frost-resistant species. Also, it is too cold for fig wasps, so figs would be barren. Ah, okay, interesting, interesting. Okay, oh, thanks for sharing your knowledge, Volodymyr. I like that. How about the new iPhone 17 series? I have no clue. What's with the iPhone 17? I don't even know what iPhone I have, actually. I do have an iPhone, but I usually buy, like, the cheapest, oldest one I can find that still does what it needs to do, which is I should be able to read my email, send a text to wifey or my family, and be called if I have to work. That's it. So, I don't really know. If I could, I would still have my Nokia 3310, but yeah, I don't have it. Main reason I have this one is because wifey has an iPhone and we sync our calendars with it, and that's very easy because we have the same brand, so then it all goes automatically. She set it up for me. I have no clue about that. That's it. But yeah, other than that, if I could, I would just toss my phone away, and I don't want it. But yeah, you know, I have to have one. Friendly reminder, press the like button. Ah, thank you, Vladimir. Thank you. Oh, and I get a heart from Laura. That's really nice. Thank you, Laura. That's much appreciated. Hope all goes well today with your hubby. How are the kids doing, Laura? Are they good? I guess quite exciting, or exciting is not the right word, but quite nervous for them too when their dad has to undergo a little bit of surgery. Old mobile, also Nokia 2700 Classic. Nice. I like the old phones, you know? You can just send a message, which takes very long, so people don't send useless message. If they text you, they had something to text you, because otherwise you won't go through the agony of typing all text on that keyboard. And you can be called, and that's it. I love that. Alright, we get tons of salt in now. So we might even up the amount that we put into the trader. Oh, it's already 2,000. We can leave it at that. That's okay. Hey, Mr. Teds. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're good. How's your channel doing? So you recently reached 325 subscribers, I believe. Congratulations. Ooh, they're both unemployed. That's not good. Then they're going to need financial help at some point. That's not supposed to happen. Growing is hard these days. There are too much freaking streamers, but you're one to my liking. Ah, thanks. Relaxed and no violence in games. Most important, just like what you do. Yeah, well, thank you very much. Yeah, growing is hard, but I still grow. I mean, at the moment I average around 50 to 60 subs a month. And views are slowly growing, so that's good. But I'd rather have like the slow, persistent growth that really people enjoy my content and know what they get than make a jump all of a sudden because they like one of my vids and then never watch anything else and after a while unsubscribe again. That's not really what I'm looking for. Of course, sometimes the algorithm is nice and they push out a video a bit, and another time algorithm is not so nice and they don't push out anything. Well, it's all good. I don't really care. It's funny though, because I run a channel, I know how it works, and sometimes you just get lucky and you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, that video completely took off, which usually doesn't have anything to do with your video. It's just that somehow the algorithm picked up on it, like, it's very hard to understand why. And then a lot of people start to take credit for it, of course, because they worked so hard and they deserve it and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, it's pure luck, but it's okay. I mean, not like I don't work hard for my channel. It's fine. But it's more luck than anything else. If you, of course, stay away from stuff like clickbait and all. I don't do all that kind of stuff. So if one of my videos get pushed, that's pure luck. You can steer that a bit, but you have to get like clickbait and put weird stuff in your titles and make crazy thumbnails that I'm not going to make. So yeah, that's not what I do. You're great at organic growth. I hope so. We'll see, we'll see. Yes, the kiddo's doing well. We are all very positive. But hubby, always prepared for any eventuality. Wrote me and the kids messages on the computer in case something goes horribly wrong. One never knows. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's what you don't want to think about. But he thought about it. And that's good that he did that. But of course, fingers crossed, all will go well. And he'll be home soon and all good. So, yeah. Let's just go for that. But it's never bad to be prepared, you know. Bad stuff can happen anytime, any moment, anywhere, any day. So being a little bit prepared is not bad. I know that from my line of work, so... I mean, not everybody that we bury got up to their 90s. There's many different ages. And misfortune, or how do you call that, can be around the corner, so... Do the things you want to do, say the things you want to say to the people you love, because you never know if there will be a tomorrow. That should not mean that you live in fear. You should just live to the fullest, have fun, and do whatever you want. Oh, that's nice, Shard. That's nice. Appreciate that for Mr. Ted. Good for you and your audience. I hope so. I hope so. We'll see. I just try not to think too much about like the growing of the channel and the whole I need to make this money, I need to have this growth. I just do what I love. I have fun. I mean, like the Wednesday stream with Celestial Empire. It was such a great game and I had so much fun playing that. And it's so cool. And that's just what I enjoy. And if people watch it, well, then they watch it. If they don't, well, that's okay. I still had fun with the game, so not my problem. And what comes from it, comes from it. I've already met so many great people. I'm a happy camper. Alright, we have food enough. We might actually have some stuff to sell, and we're really a little bit short on money at the moment. Although we should slowly start to pick up on some wealth tax now. Yeah, it should slowly go up from here on out. Because more and more people get wealthy, so that's good. But yeah, we lose most of our money on salaries. Let's go check. We have some bark, cheese. We're selling all the cheese that we produce, which is good. We have some cowhides. That's okay. Flour. We've produced 1,200 and we've sold 1,250. But last year we produced more than we sold. So yeah, we can sell a little bit of flour if we want to. That can make us a bit of money. We're using up all the milk, so that's good. Most stuff is actually looking good. Can we sell some flour to their Kachi? No. Okay. Do we have to buy iron again? Not yet. But I'll include a little bit of flour in here that we can sell. Should be okay. Indeed, I would have done the same, even with something routine. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, we're gonna bet on everything's gonna be okay. I think we should now... Yeah, we're also getting in limestone now. Because of the bridge, they can now reach that. And because of the bridge, we can now put in 2 of the fishing docks that I had planned. Why is... The building is blocking the way. Of what? The way to there? How can the building block the way there? Check again, but it's still doing it, so okay. I think that's a little glitch on the map. How can it block the way to reach this deposit? Tell me. Why, tell me, why, tell me, why? Okay, well maybe if we build it on this side then it goes away. Nope. Nope. How horrible. Maybe it lowers the land or something. See, there I can build it. Yeah, I think it moves the land a little bit there. That's probably it. Well, at least we have one now. Can we do another one out here? Yep, okay. Well, then we need a boatyard. Let's try the boatyard. Will that also block the way? Oh, dear. This might be some glitching, though. I've never seen this happen before, and it's weird. So... Not good. Alright, let's do the boatyard on this side then it's fixed. Should be okay. There have been some patches lately, some very small patches, so maybe that has to do with that there's some glitch now that will be fixed soon again. We'll see. How old are you? I am 41 years old. How old are you? It would be nice if the dev implements a water mill too, not windmills only. Oh yeah, well if that's a thing that was actually in Ukraine, then that could be, so... I believe on Blue Sky... He actually posted a new picture of a new building, but I don't have any Blue Sky or something like that, so I couldn't see it. But I believe that he has been posting more stuff there recently about stuff that's coming in the new update, so that can be interesting. It's probably a faulty bridge. Yeah, most likely it is like that, because we can already not see the end of the bridge here. Here we do. I think we're missing a little piece here, so... It's okay, maybe later we'll just remove the bridge and build another one or something. For now we're gonna leave it as it is. And now that we are able to sell a bit of stuff here, we can actually buy some iron again, which will be good. We actually made some money on the charcoal. And we're still in the process of making money, so that's good. Then our treasury will fill up a bit. I'll be happy with that. Okay, well, the farm is working. It's growing. 239 people, yeah. I like the relaxed pace of this game. It's not going too fast. You can take your time. You can have fun with it. It's very good. I like it that way. Also like to build a new place here for... This should be a street, I guess, because there's houses here already. Let's do a house without a front stairs. So these, yes. And we go around the corner. We do the same thing out here. Oh, is there a smaller house? Yes, there is. Very good. Yep, then the bigger one can fit right here. And then another smaller one, but without... Oh, nice, nice. This is not a little block. Here we have a road. This road continues out here, so this works good. This works good. Report the bug. Yeah, I'll do that after the stream. That there's something wrong with the bridge here. But it's nothing too terrible, so we don't have to worry about it that much. Alright, the first well here is up. They're going to build the second one now. They just need to bring in a little bit more wood and they can finish it. There comes the wood. But they already need it to finish this now, so that's interesting. Alright, well's done. We're now going to get the fishing dock. But we should probably get the boatyard first, because that's where we need to build the boat. So we need to supply the boatyard with wood, and then they can actually build a boat. So it might be better to get the boatyard first. So let's try that. And we don't have, as far as I remember, a cart shed. No, so that might be one to get to for some dedicated transportation. Question will be where to place it. Well, I think right here next to the farms might actually be a good spot. It can help out on the farms, can help with the cow sheds, and it can help everywhere around in this area. We have to build more anyway over town, but this could actually be a good spot for it. I'm thinking we should probably fence this area off a little bit. Not a bench, a arch. So we'll do it something like this. We'll do a nice little fence that goes like that. Now, I kind of want to move this a bit because I want to put some trees there. Yes, so we go a little bit more. Oh, whoa, 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 that was a bit too fast. So we go a bit more like this. And then we do the pine trees out here. Okay. And then we also start to fence this off. And we can put some trees and stuff in there. So this is now a little bit more an actual industry area. Let's place a bench outside. Or even two. And then get a few extra pine trees. And then we might just fence this off even further soon. But I think we're also going to do some extra cow sheds at some point. So we'll hold off on it. But now at least people can see that this is part of an industry area. So that's nice. Good night. Oh, you're leaving, Shard? Well, thanks so much for being here. This is much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed. And have a good one. Sleep well if you go to bed. And maybe catch you later. Good luck with your channel. Watermills are quite common in Galicia, Volhynia, and Sloboda, Ukraine, due to abundance of rivers. Okay, nice. But did they use the watermills then for the grain grinding, or do they use them for stuff like getting a wood place where you could just turn logs into planks by help of water power and all that kind of thing? So what did they really use them for, the food or for other stuff? Okay, so we have cheese in here, and we have food in. Are we out of potatoes? We are out of potatoes, so I thought we already had quite a bit, but apparently we are out of potatoes. And now there's more and more houses screaming for some food. That's not what we want to see. And apparently we're out of peas, because we're not buying any peas and not buying any honey. Of course, these are quite small gardens. That probably won't help. Let's see what they have. Well, we have some horseradish here and there to buy. Onions. Beetroots. Dried fruits. Oh, we can get dried fruits probably already. And then later on we can replace them with the ones that we get from our orchards. So let's get a little bit of dried fruit in if we can. Although I don't think they'll be selling 100. But we need some better food distribution and a little bit more food for all the houses without gardens. We have some more dried fruit around here. These have little bushes. These also have fruit bushes that will generate fruit, and then they can turn that into dried fruit. So that's something to keep in mind. These have that, but they're not really getting it in. We'll have to see. There's not a lot of bushes here though, so these don't really produce a lot of dried fruits. This one does, but it also has dried fruits. This one should. It's nice you can see what they're actually growing, but I think in about 1.5 months we get more food from the farm, so we should be good for a while. So nothing too bad. Mostly commonly grain mills. Sawmills are more commonly animal powered. Okay, interesting, interesting. Messenger from Mirefa. I'm not going to sell the flour now actually, because we need it at the moment. Let's sell the salt. That'll make us 200, that's good. Still have the warm clothing. Yeah, I think we're good. And we're actually making a bit of money now, finally, which is what I wanted. Okay, the boatyard's ready. Let's put 2 dear people in there. Let's give them 3,500 wood. Tell them that they can be supplied different ways. Apply to all. And then they can start to supply already. And then when they are fully supplied, hopefully we can build our first boats and get some fish in. That would generate dried fish. So we might have to put in another market stall already and add dried fish here. So that we can sell that too. And that way we might be able to... oh wait, we have one here. Yeah, let's set this one up for honey but dried fish. And that will save us the money from the honey. We save the money from the honey. Dried fish. We put that up in here too for as soon as we get it. Dried fish. There we go. Wow, this one really doesn't have a lot of all the stuff that we actually make. Oh, let's get the honey out. We're not going to sell it. Hopefully get some peace soon, but we'll see. Salt is actually quite toxic for you. It's very toxic. You can only have a small amount that's actually still healthy. And if you take too much, it'll be very bad for a lot of your organs. That's for sure. But that goes with a lot of stuff. It all depends on how much you take from it. So it is what it is. We have a school there already, so we don't need another school. I really hope they will make some bigger stuff with this, that we get some more options there. I think I would like that. Is there anything else at the moment that we should get? I don't think so. Fishing dock. Yay, let's order a few boats. Let's order them to make dried fish. Produce only dried fish. And they should be supplied. They can put in 500 salt, that's okay. And I want them to have like 6 nets in there. No, you know what? We'll put it up to 10. So that they always have enough nets for the fishing to keep fishing all the time. No boats for fishing. 2 more orders in queue, so they should be making one already, I think. Cool thing is you can actually see them build the boat. Have you ever looked at that? Look at this. You can see them make the fishing boat in here. It's so cool. I like that. There they go. There comes the boat, and then when it's done, it all of a sudden appears in the water. Now this guy will take it there, and he will start to fish. If we want to take a look at our fishing spots, that's the world map. That's a different one. Fishing spots. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only on this side of the river already, for the bridge already, so that's good. They can fish. There'll be 3 for this one, and then 3 for the other boatyard. So they need also this one on this side of the bridge. But then they can all fish, so we should get some good fish in soon. Doesn't have any nets, but somebody's collecting the nets at the moment. We had 10 prepared. Now they have to build their own nets, so that'll happen if they get the threads in, but it should be okay. Okay, building 2 more houses, then the next fishing dock, then a few more houses, and then the cart shed. Should be good. Look, no issues in town at this point, so that's fixed. I wonder where the fishing nets guy is. That's probably... No, that's not him. Supplying resources. Then he has the fishing nets. No, he has the salt. Wrong guy. Supplying resources. Do you have the fishing nets? No. He is supplying resources, so I wonder what he is supplying. Oh, that's a bag of salt. Oh, these are just getting stuff, so they're... The fishing nets are reserved already, but somebody... Oh, no, they're in now. Ah, we just missed the guy. That's it. So we have 10 fishing nets, and the guy says, boat needs fishing nets. Well, we have fishing nets in the boat, so don't worry about it. It will be fine. It will be fine. Ah, we're slowly getting in more limestone. Now, there's not a whole lot of limestone on the map. Probably around 10,000 for each deposit. See, this one they're clearing out. So, can be worth getting a lime kiln and all that stuff. But at some point we just don't need it anymore. And we should probably just destroy it again then. But it could well be a thing to get it at some point. But for now, we're okay. It's July, so the ripening should start. Yep, there we go. And then we can bring in the harvest. So hopefully, yeah, we have a lot of ladies without a job. So that's good. They can do all the harvesting then. The first guy's fishing. He actually is bringing in 37 fish in one go. That's nice. And because they're using a net, one guy's already making a new net because he has nothing else to do, which is also good. And there comes the first 37 fish. And he's going out of it again and getting another 37 fish. So, looks like nice amounts. There's another batch of 100 salt coming in. We're fully stocked now. They do need 100 fish, or 50 fish, I believe, to turn it into dried fish. So that's gonna take some time. Town looks really good. Thank you. Thank you. It's, I like the different shapes, but connecting them will be a little bit tough. So this part will probably be a little bit open. But I think we can just turn that into a little park with some fences. And then this is going to be the same as this area. And we might do another area here, but I'm not so sure what exactly. Little cough there. Luckily I can turn off my mic in time. And of course, let me not forget to say thank you all for being here. It is very much appreciated. You spending all of your precious time here in chat with me. That's so nice. So thank you very much for that. Let's see. If we kind of fence this off in this... Oh, do we have this road here? The entrance here. No, I think we can do it. This should be something of a park idea. So let's open this. And then go somewhat like that. I don't want it to snap at the moment because I want to align it a bit better than the other one. I think I should probably go there, and then we remove this fence and do this one again. Yep, that's better. Alright, so now we have a little area fenced off. Then, of course, the question will be what to put in. This is a bit big, but on the other hand, this is a nice sitting area, but I think it's too big for this. This is where I would love to have some animals that you can manually place, like a few goats or whatever, so we can make our own little goat farmy here, but it's okay. Yeah. Should be a nicely organized park. Let's do it the Patmos Dutch way. Have it fully organized. I mean, it's a park, but we want it organized. Can't have any trees out of place. There we go. At least now from the top it already does look a little bit different and more filled up, so I like that. Or you can place the tavern in there later on. Ooh, I think it's a bit too small for that. See, the tavern is actually a very large building. If you hover it around these houses, look at this. This is almost double the size of a single house, so it's a bit too big for that. And we have to deal with the entrance there, so I'm not sure about the tavern. Actually, we could do the tavern in this area here. Somewhat like this, and then build an area around it with some benches and have it fenced off. Actually, I think this would be the perfect area for a tavern. Let's just try it. Let's build it and see what it looks like if we do this. I want to fence this off, though. And have some room for trees, so... How long can I make it? This long. Is that enough? I think it's enough. Oh, it actually coincides with this area. Oh, good. Then we should build a big arch here with a thing above, so that people know this is the tavern. And then... let's continue the fence. Now, this is something that I don't really like. So, let's get rid of this fence. Let's do this one first. Otherwise, you get these not so nicely aligned fences. And I'm not a big fan of that. This looks better. Let's go this way. Okay, this is now the tavern area. Then... what we should probably do is build a small granary next to it. So that we can store all the beer and alcohol there that we need to get. And then we need to get benches in front. Now, of course, I still want some sort of picnic table idea. So that we can get that. Oh, another thing we need is a well. Because there'll be a lot of drunk people vomiting in the bushes here. So they need water to clean that. And now we should set up some sitting areas for the people where they can just have fun. And have a nice drink. And listen to Roadhog sharing all his wisdom. I was watching a video about Amish farming. It reminded me a lot of Ostriv. Oh yeah, I guess a lot of stuff that the Amish still do is kind of what we do in Ostriv back in the day, and even the clothing and stuff. So yeah, I can kind of get into that. I want to do a few things slightly different, so... But this is not how I want it to look. Should probably just put it in here then, next to the tavern. At least leave the road from the tavern to the granary, I mean. Or leave this open so that they can get in there. Okay, well, they should have some sitting places now. Wow, all these benches, and they all three sit here. One guy and his two ladies. Okay. Well, kudos to him, I guess. And now I hear wifey laughing in the background. I don't know why. For those wondering if she is still about to come into chat, I have no clue. I know you're all waiting for it, but I don't know. So it'll be a surprise, I guess. Tavern, as in Korchma, didn't sell beer. It sold mead and wine. If it was Chinook, it usually sold Horilka. Beer was brewed communally and everyone had their part of the brew. Ah, interesting. Well, we do have, of course, the mead and the Horilka and the beer in the game. So that is all in. I guess the way that we use it in the game is that not really how it went in real life. Okay, interesting. Okay, well, we have the tavern area. Not that we get a tavern until we have 400 people, but it's okay. It's okay. At least we have it. Hey, Mowgli. Good to see you. How are you doing? How's your day been? 300 fish. Wow. Nice. Let's turn that into dried fish and sell it. We did set it up. Did we? Not in this area. Or I don't have... Oh yeah, there's dried fish. Oops, wasn't looking correctly. Yeah, dried fish. Okay, so it just need to get ready, of course. We don't have the dried fish ready yet, but as soon as we do, it should be okay. We can sell it. We're still doing the flour. Can we not get in any potatoes? Or are they already spread around? Potatoes. 655. So we did get potatoes. There's not a lot. So we produced 1427. Oh, it's not that bad. We're just selling it like... We're not selling anything else, I guess. Okay. Okay, that's fine. At least with the extra fish that should come in now, ever so slow. We have an extra source of food, so that's good. Good to see you too. Chillin'. Nice, nice. Well, that's good, that's good. How's your Farming Simulator 25? You enjoying it? Ah, the other fishing dock is ready. Let's order the boats first. And then we'll see what happens. And of course, we have already set this up. So let's do apply to all. So that will now apply to this one too. Oh, and we should get men in here so that they can start to make the nets. That's it, because they need threads for it. It's set to 100. Let's up that to 250, because with 250 threads, they can make 5 nets. That way they will always have enough. So that's good. I like that. That should be good. Yep, loving it. Very good. Very good. Nice. It's such a great game. Okay, well, they're planting all the trees here, so that's working out. We're building a new house. Then this hexagon is ready too. Just have to figure out what to put in there, but we'll get to that. Do we have some... Oh, look at this. We have some animals to slaughter. Oh, I hit protect and not slaughter. My mistake. We have 4 or 5 to slaughter in there already. That's... And then 1 in here. 6. That's a few batches of tanning stuff, so that's good. Oh, we need more lime. Are we out of lime? Can we buy it here? Nope. Can we sell some? Yeah, let's sell some flour. Deal. Let's sell some salt. Deal. This is going to be the last flour that we're actually going to sell. So temporary stock. Then as soon as this is out, it will just disappear and it'll be gone. We do need some lime though. So as soon as a trader comes in that will sell us some lime, we should probably buy it. Oh, I paused the game. That's not good. Still got loads to learn, but it's not so overwhelming anymore. Oh, nice. And of course, if you have questions about that game, you can always use the Discord for it or the streams. Sunday evening, another one of our fun farming simulator streams. So you can ask all your questions in chat there. We'll try to help you out and show stuff. But yeah, I'm hooked on it. Wifey's hooked on it. Even little one loves to drive around in a little tractor. So yeah, it's a very good game. Okay, this is a huge build site now, but I like it that there's already people sitting. That's cool. That's especially when the tavern is up, it will really look like there's actually guests that are in the tavern, so that's be good. Beer was sold, it was in cities or along the roads in inns. Ah, okay. Hope you're not planting carrots. No, we're not doing any of those plants at the moment. Rodog is a bad person. He gets everyone hooked on FS25. Then you're not a bad person. You're a nice person. You're sharing your love for a game and it's getting people hooked on it. So it must be a good game. Very nice. Hello, wifey. What a surprise to see you in here. I had no clue. Well, Rodog, you better duck. There she is. Clothing and shoes is good. Money is okay. Salt very good. Nails 1247. We still have a little bit of iron in store, and that means that there's also still almost 500 in there. So that's actually all running. And now that we have 250 people, it's just 50 people to go until we need the church. So we have to start figuring out where to build the church. And make some room for it. So, anybody has an idea on that? Where do we want the church? I don't know. I love FS25, and when I work during real life, I text Patmos pictures of tractors and stuff I see. Yeah, that's true. I'm just busy around the house and then I get a text and I see a picture of a tractor doing something with a front mower or whatever, and it's so cute. Look at this, look at these roads. This is interesting. There's people going from one house to the other. There has to be. And even here there's a little road forming, so that's, I like this. This is cool. These are natural roads. Nope. Okay, so we're now building these 6 houses. And the cart shed and then the tavern. So help me out, people. Where should we build our church? We are going to need it anytime soon. Now the main part of town is here. But we are going to expand this way. There are some industry patches here. There will be more. But I'm actually thinking we should move the thatchery. Because we just placed it here when we started our town. But I think we should move the thatchery to this little area. So that this will be more of the industry area. This will go away at some point too. When all the stuff is collected. Then we don't need that anymore as well. So if we build the thatchery somewhere here. Or maybe we should just build 2. I don't know, should we get 2 thatcheries out here? Nah, 1 will do for now. But this is now like a little industry area. How do I want to proceed with this? It's funny though, because this is basically a road here. And this one is also placed sideways. We can't just really generate a road here by doing this. Now this area is a road and this area is a road. And we get through 2 thatcheries to replace the old one. Let's do that. Then we can remove this one. And I think we're going to arrange a little area for the church here. Although we might already do it here in this area. So, like we can build the church somewhat like here. In a little, I don't know, square or whatever you call it. Put trees and stuff around it. So yeah, I think we should. I think we're going to do a big church area this time. Let's get the big fence. I don't even know if we can already really build this or not. No, we can build it, so that's something. Okay, I have to make sure this is somewhat straight, I guess. We need openings in here as well. That's the thing. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now the question is, how wide should it be? For that, I should probably place the church already. To get an indication of how wide it should be. I kind of like it that if we make a road here through it, that the church is actually pretty close to that road. So it should be somewhere around here, I think. I'm just trying some stuff out now, so I don't know if this is actually really going to work, but let's just try it. Something like this. And we go down to here. It should be not perfectly straight, but somewhat straight. Then we go down even further, like this. And then I think there should be an opening down here too. And then we get like a really big church area that we can decorate and stuff. Oh, messenger from Dekachi. Let's sell charcoal, 262. Let's sell some shoes, another 160. That's where the money is. Now let's buy all of this iron, because then we're good for a long time and it doesn't even cost that much. And we can buy some lime here. What if we buy 1,000 lime? That's gonna cost me 200 though. Let's do 500. We don't need that much for the tanning yet, so that's okay. I'm good, thank work is crazy busy, but more restful times ahead. Yeah, I've already been talking a little bit to Chad about all the future stuff that's happening with the business and all that kind of things and what we're thinking about, so they all know. I'm reading. Near the tavern, so when they are falling out of the doors in drunk stupor, they do... Oh, I forgot to pray today. Oh, well, the tavern's here. I think it's close enough. Need to keep the church pristine, so... Should not get them in too close. Let it bzzz. Let it bzzz. Because that's the sound of a bee. So, Chet, you know more than most of our family. Chet is family. But then, nice family. I love these cottonwood trees. They're so big and majestic. I like them. Alright. Let's keep moving on with these decorations already. And then I guess we should also get... No, we're not going to put benches in here because I don't think they'll look cool. Maybe we should do a row of little trees as well in the middle here. So that you get 2 rows of trees or something. I don't know. I don't know. There's some benches in this area, but not close to the church. Patmos was on his talking chair today. Well, maybe I just usually hold back a little bit so I don't do all the talking all the time. And I don't want to bother people with all our stuff, so that's usually why I don't talk too much about personal things. But yeah, it was nice to talk about it. It's always nice. Let's make this building empty and get the ladies out, because we have a spare one now, so we don't need it in here anymore. And I think we should get another warehouse here to store some of that thatch. But we should probably use that next to it here. So we'll build a storage there. And I also think we can use another car parking soon. If we do that here too. Oh, that conclude that area then. We get a little bit more of a road forming. Oh, look at them. They're going back and forth filling that place up. That's so cool. Looks really nice. Wifey Rodok, of course, you do the thinking. Patmos' wifey is blonde. Oh dear. Oh, I got a nice clarification regarding hobby. It's not surgery, apparently. It's only the epidural shot itself because of his back issues. Phew. But still, a shot in the spine is no joke. That's for sure, that's for sure. So we still keep our fingers crossed and wish you well. And your hubby, of course, and the kids. And I bet all will be fine. And then hopefully we'll soon hear from you that all is good. But yeah, take care. I mean, a shot in the spine, ouch. And there's always risk to it. But good news that it's not surgery. I mean, otherwise there would be 2 things that can be that you can get a little anxious for, and now it's only 1, so that's already better. I'll put my weight behind it. Oh dear. Well, this church is no Protestant where alcohol is a big no-no. This is Orthodox church where if it's not too much, why not? Okay, well, you know, it's good. Whatever people want, I'm good with it. Okay, we have quite some cow hides. And yeah, we need that. So you know what? Let's up the gains. Let's get up to 500, because otherwise the cow hides will just spoil. And as soon as the trader comes in with that batch of lime, it can start to tan away. So that's good. Actually, the lime just arrived, so great. Let's get going with it. Also probably need another graveyard site at some point, but for this time normally I would probably do it around the church. I don't want to do it this time. I don't want to build a graveyard here. We're just going to build a completely separate graveyard again. Right now we have a little bit of a graveyard near the chapel here. As you can see, this is 6 graves and this is another 6. Our town is now 7 years old. 4 people died so far, but that's mostly the elderly. Still have to decorate this side up, so let's do that. I mean, trees take a while to mature, so better get them up and running then. There we go. Although these got big already, and that didn't take too long. I like that. And I still totally adore the great music in this game. It's so nice. It's you guys that make the channel respectful of others' views and fun and always considerate of other people. Patmos and the mods, thank you very, very much. Yes, we do. Thank you so much, people. You're all so nice and kind and friendly and always up for a good laugh. Thank you for that. It's great. And a special thanks, of course, to all my moderators, always doing a great job, keeping the peace and welcoming everybody and sending out nice messages. So thank you all. Okay, let's build these houses. I want to get this one out of the way, but yeah, it's not happening soon, I think. Well, this needs to be turned into... I wonder if it just dries, or do they have to really bring it in before it dries? Do we need a person in there? That's what we're going to find out now. Ash trees. Okay, they're now inaccessible, but that's okay. But I want to... This is just a real open area, so I wanted to do something about that. So we'll place 3 ash trees here in this row, and then you get the double row, and then... Well, we have to think about this whole area, what to do there, so we'll see that. Music in this game is instrumentals of folk songs. Oh, are there actually songs in the game that you like, that you know? So that you hear the music for it and then you're like, oh, I know that song. Interesting though. So they're real authentic folk songs, but then instrumental versions of it. Cool. I think at some point there should be real folk songs in it that just... Maybe with some singing. Or is that too loud or whatever? Yeah, we can do another 500 lime for all the tanning. See, the lime is in now. They just need water and bark to finish tanning quite a bit. Now, I have to check. Do we have enough bark? Oh, yes, we have. Okay. Another thing could be to just add some bark in here. So that we really have plenty. Don't worry, wifey, blonde jokes are allowed as it takes them 3 streams to work out the joke. Oh dear. Friendship is nothing without a sting every now and then. That's true, that's true. The drought by itself, to my knowledge, workers are needed for bringing in the green reeds. Yeah, I was thinking that too, so... But, you know, with some buildings, it's just a surprise, so I just put in a lady. But yeah, it already dried a bit. So we'll see what happens. She's working. I don't know what she's doing then. She's probably just sitting there and she's calling it work. But okay, we'll just leave her in for when it's done and then we'll get her out. I do see I got 2 new subscribers during the stream, but I don't know if they actually subscribed because of the stream or because they're watching something else. But thanks anyway, much appreciated. That's really nice. Thank you, thank you. What should be next? What should be next? What should be next? I'm channeling my inner Cooper. Oh boy. Yeah. Primary. We have 1 school, but I think we have a lot of kids. Yeah, we have quite a few kids, so we might get another school soon. We have 53 educated adults already, which is, well, 1/5 of the population. That's not bad, actually. Total population wealth is 4,000, so we have a pretty wealthy population. The biggest portion has more than 40 wealth, so that's good. Let's take a quick look at the wealth that we have distributed so far. And this is the older part of town, and you can clearly see that because these all have around 80, because our wealth tax, of course, is around 80. This is already a later part, but you can see some of these are actually doing quite good, some a little less. But this is the oldest part, and yes, you can really see that they really got wealthy. And it's good that we're taxing them. These all got wealthy too. Here we can see this is all later built, so they're still acquiring some wealth. But we're not doing that bad on the wealth front, so let's keep that up. And then at some point we should be getting in more and more money from the wealth tax. As you can see, 481 and last year 721. So it is really picking up. And that's kind of what I wanted. If we take a look at the balance... Well, we had a positive balance this year, but that's probably mostly because of the trade. But we had some pretty negative balances, so now we're actually getting somewhere. I like it. I like it. Oh, we built another village house. 2 more to go. Here comes the other thatchery. This one is empty now. So let's just demolish it. Get rid of it. $260 people. So yeah, we're gonna get to a moment where we need to church. I must say though, somehow it doesn't really feel very nice to have these industries here, because I think this should all be living, housing and stuff. So we might at some point go over here, put the industries either here or, I don't know, at a different place away from the center of town. That will be for later, but I think that's one of the things that we're going to do at some point. And I don't really like these people just walking out and about and going not in straight lines here, so we should probably work on that a bit. Let's take the simplest fence. Should probably go like this. So this could probably be something of a park area. So we do it like this, but not with 2 openings, because then they will still get through there. I just don't really like it this way. That's the problem. I don't want it to be fenced off. I'll have to think of other ways to deal with this. Oh well, it is what it is for now. Let's not worry about it too much. You can see that these cottonwood trees are planted. I also want them around the edge on this side. This should just be a big cottonwood place. I think they'll be really nice. Okay, that will be all the trees. And then I think we'll be generating a little bit of sitting area. Or maybe, like in the Netherlands, on a lot of places where you have a big square with a big church, that's also usually where the weekly markets were held. So we could also turn this into a little marketplace. Let me know what you think, chat. Should we just make a sitting area here? Should we make this like a little park? Should we make a market area here? Should we do something completely else? I don't know. Just let me know. What do you think? And we'll look at it. Not a game for me, but I enjoy watching others do it. Play FS25, I mean. Yeah. Welcome back, Cooper. Hope all went well. Oh, we're getting close to building the tavern. We have all of this stuff, so that's not an issue. We have... Do we have nails? Yeah, 1,300. Okay, good. Park including a sitting area. Okay, Laura, nice, nice. And do you just want benches then as a sitting area, or should we build in one of the gazebos? Let me know. Thanks for your response anyways. That's really nice. Ah, good to hear, Cooper. Good to hear. You're a friendly neighbor helping out. That's nice. With a gazebo. Okay. I like the round gazebo the most. I'm actually thinking we can do it both, actually. So we can build a gazebo somewhere here, so people can just sit and have a nice time. And actually... let's see. So, if we do it a bit like this, then we have planted the cottonwood trees there. And I guess the entrance of the gazebo also need these big trees. And then on the other side, so right here, could probably do something with a bench. But before we do that, I think we should get some bushes out. And I always like to cover up these walls with bushes, because then the walls are still there, but they seem a little bit less prominently there. But I think we can also do something with the bushes in here, and then in combination with like 1 or 2 benches, so that you create extra sitting space. So let's do the same out here. And then I might try to make a little... it usually doesn't work with the bushes, though. They will just walk through the bushes. But it would be nice if we could actually use bushes as well, if you place them close together, that they would actually fence off an area. Because then we could just, you know, create an area like this, where you just place bushes. And then this will be the entrance into it, and they will naturally use that. But see, they will just walk through them. So for aesthetics purposes, we do it this way, with the bushes, because it looks nice. But I kind of want the bushes to be functional as a shield off that area that way. Get my drift. And then here, should be able to do something with the benches. I guess they should I'll probably place 2 here, like that. We also have the little birdhouse. Can't zoom in any further, but what if we place a birdhouse in there? And we also have the bell post. Now I think that should be somewhere near the church. Out here. Or at least then we have a bell post. Right side of the church. There we go. Market, but I was not weekly in towns. It was 4 times a year. Oh, only 4 times a year. Okay, well we started to have like weekly markets in a lot of towns. That's interesting. A low fence beside the bushes, and you only see the fences winter time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not a fan of that how that works. Maybe this game needs a painting tool like you have in Foundation, where you can just tell them that some areas are off limits, so that you don't really see it anymore. But if you just paint this area and then leave an opening and then paint the area again so that they can't trespass there, that can really help you to steer the population without the fencing. I would love something like that in this game. Just that specific feature. Hey, Pillowmaker! Good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're good. And hey, Cirrus, welcome, welcome. First, you're doing it wrong. Of course, I'm doing it wrong. How's Cirrus doing? How's the family? Hope you're good. Yeah, we still have those trees already. I guess I don't want any other trees. I don't know. We should probably just put some nature down. And see what comes from it. Probably see best how this looks when it's not winter. And when the church is up and stuff. So we'll see. At least we worked on it and we decorated it a bit. So yeah, it should be okay. Oh, we can see first snow moving away. I love these graphics, by the way. That's so well done. It's very cool. Means my fishermen can get back to work. I don't think actually that we have seasonal hiring activated. Nope. Let's get a counselor and manage seasonal hiring now. Because then we can take out at least a few people during the winter times. I'll wait for this year to pass, because otherwise they'll get out and then in a few days they'll have to get in. But that will be good for the future. I'm fine, and you? I'm good. Thank you very much for asking. That's much appreciated. I have a good week so far, so yeah, I'm fine. And having a nice stream. Lots of nice people in chat. I love it. February. Come on, go to the next month so I can finish that. Can't fish in the winter. I know. There's a bit about to spoil. They're not really getting it all dried in time. That's unfortunate. These have not that issue. February is now really almost to an end. And it ended. Okay, there we go. That should work. No more food issues for a while now, though, so I guess we're spreading the dried fish around as well. Yep, these get some dried fish, these have some dried fish, so yeah, that's good, that's good. My Ostriv playlist. Nice! Is that the historic series, or is it this stream series, Kev? Thanks for posting it anyway, I mean, that's much appreciated. Just wonder which one it is. Alright, here we get the tavern now, and we did... managed to set up the area already a bit. Now, what I actually think we should do is get a single cart parking here. Hook it up to the tavern so that the tavern can use this cart parking. We should probably put it on this side. To get stuff from either this granary or from the places where we get the booze from. That'll be a good one. And I guess we are also going to need a trading dock at some point. We have only 400 shoes right now, so we're not going to sell any more shoes at the moment. We can sell some charcoal though, that's nice. We're even above 1,000 money now, happy with that. We're good on iron, so that's not a problem. Weekly was in cities where there was a lot of people. You are forgetting it is the 17th century. All production is labor intensive, so... either you need a lot of workers or a lot of time. Yeah, well, I guess a lot of this is also really nation dependent. So a lot of Dutch towns actually had like weekly markets, even not the really big ones. So by that time, so it all is very different. But like. A lot of farmers and stuff would come to the marketplaces and sell their goods and stuff. So it makes sense that you have that very often. But yeah, it's apparently also very different from where you live then and how things are organized, which is nice. I like that. I like that. There's so many different ways of doing stuff around the world and different ideas on how you do that. That's cool. Right, new family selling in town. Looks like a good family. Have to provide them with jobs, of course, but that should not be too much of a problem, I think. We do have our construction shed not fully functional, so let's hook that up. And we've built this one, but we haven't put any men in there yet. A supply for construction. I'm not going to set this for regular deliveries yet. We will do that later on. They will now first start to supply for all the constructions. And since the first cart is already built, let's just put men in there. That should also provide a lot of jobs, so that's good. And then we should soon see one of the first carts appear here. This might actually be the one. And then the first... no, it's not. He's going into this cart shed. And then as soon as the first cart arrives from the cart maker, we can get to work and start constructing. So, ooh, another cart's being built. Nice. Ooh, the cats are sleeping now. Okay. Yep, first cart's in and it's immediately in use. So that's what we want to see. Still need to bring in some stuff here, and there's still not everything is picked up. That's why it's good that we have the cart shed now. They'll actually just be dedicated on delivering all the resources that we need. I do really start to love this area though. I mean, I think we did good on this. We had this open spot. We could just fill it up with houses, but I think this looks better. And it forms a little bit of a bridge between these hexagonal housing areas, and then we get the tavern, and then we get the more densely area. So I think it's good. Looks nice. Looks nice. Let's get some extra thatch workers for now. And then we get the warehouse at some point to fill it up with thatch. Not enough to start a batch. Oh, they need to get reed, but they're not really getting any reed. Oh, there's plenty of reed growing here, so that should not be an issue. But they're just coming in right now. We just filled it with ladies, so that's why. Let's sell a little bit of charcoal. How's the tanning going? Ooh, 2 batches of 500. So that'll be 1,000 leather to turn into shoes. Nice. I love the tavern area too. No, without joking, I do. Thanks, Rodok. Thanks. It's appreciated. I mean, there's booze in there at some point, so I know you love that area, but... Something about looking for flies, moths, and very ucky mouses. Ooh, nice. So, Spike also brings home uninvited friends, I guess. Alright, it's time for another cow shed out here, because I think these ones are pretty well filled. And we might as well just expand our little operation to get even more cows and therefore milk and hides that we can really use. So let's start working on that. The visitor from Balaklia. We don't need iron, we don't need charcoal or anything. We have nothing to sell there, so that's okay. We'll just leave that one. I think this should be the whole area for this, so we might just build another hay barracks out here so that we get extra hay in. And I think we should give them at least one well. So let's do that. But that should... Oh no, we have these wells. Ooh, I like these. Let's just do another one of these here. But that should kind of conclude this area. And since we don't need anybody to go past here to stamp on the land here, because that will lower the yield. We can only get 380 out of this area and not the full max. We should probably start fencing this off. Is this the fence that they use in the... yeah, that's the same. Okay, good. Alright, let's start by fencing this off that way. And I kind of want to build a fence here too, so that we get less workers going over it. I'll leave an opening here, I think. And then we'll continue from here on out. So they can get in here if they need to work here. And the farming people will only go here and then get onto the fields. They won't be in this area now anymore, which should raise the yield a little bit, which should be good. So I like that. If you or a beloved pet have a birthday coming up and want it celebrated by the Patmos Posse, yes, you add it and we'll celebrate it with you in the Discord. That's really nice. Those wells are often called storks. Oh, where does that name come from then? That's interesting. I have a question. Could you please explain the order in which the production buildings were built? I'm a bit confused about them all. I guess with the order you mean the order in which I built them in this game? Or do you mean the order that you should build them when you play the game? I'll just go over what I have built so far. We started out in this area. And we started with some housing, of course. And then we went for this little area. Because one of the first things you'll need is a smithy that makes you nails. And of course, every structure almost needs nails. So you need nails. So you start with 1,000 iron in your starting tent. Then you turn that into nails. To work with the nails, you also need charcoal. So we built these charcoal pits. What I like to do is build a warehouse there where we store stuff that comes out of the smithy. And we've built these cart parking so that we have carts to move goods around more efficiently. Because for most goods, they can only carry 100 in their hands. And they can carry up to 400 in a cart. So that's way smoother. Then we also built at some point a warehouse here. Because here I have made my clothing industry. So these are two weavers. They actually turn hemp and flax into cloth and threads. Or basically textile. And then we have two tailors that will turn that into actual clothing and eventually warm clothing. And we have two storages here, one for mostly the raw materials. Oh, and these clothes, I need to take those out. And here we store the clothes, the warm clothes and the shoes. Then of course, at the same time we are expanding all of our housing. We got granaries here to make sure that we can store all the food that we sell in the markets. Then we build our town hall, where, of course, from where we rule the city. Although we are not the mayor, of course. We are just the governor or something like that. Then we build a farm. And on that farm, we are growing crops and housing the animals, so we don't have to feed them. As long as you have fallow fields for your cows, you don't have to feed your cows in the stall, where you need to feed them hay and water. So we only have to feed them 3 months a year. And after the farm, we built the cow sheds, these two with some hay barracks, and a dairy to turn the milk into cheese. At some point after that, we got a slaughterhouse to slaughter the cows that we have in abundance to make some cow hides and, in this case, tallow that we're not using yet, but we will use that later for soap. In order to deal with the cow hides, we need a tanner that we build up here, but the tanner needs a ton of water. That's why I built it close to the water and gave it a water platform. And once the cow hides are tanned into leather, we need a shoemaker to turn that into shoes. That's why the shoemaker is here. Then I also needed a construction shed where extra construction workers, basically the people that make all the structures, work. And I thought about where to place it. And this is the edge of the map, this red line. So I was like, well, if we place it somewhere here, that's more central where we're going to do a lot of the building. So we just placed it right there. Then we have our thatcheries grabbing us the thatch, and we have our stone and limestone collector. Now, I built this right here because the stones were all the way up here, and we had to build a bridge to actually get to it, and therefore I thought, well, if we place this anywhere central, that's pretty good. We can see the workers right here. They are going towards these limestone deposits. That's also what it's collecting. And they are picking those up and bringing those back in here. We're not doing anything with it yet, but we will do that soon. And then, of course, we built more houses. And we got some boatyards up where we do some fishing. They also turn it into dried fish with the help of salt. As you can see by this blue bar, the fish spoils. And dried fish doesn't spoil. So that's why we're doing that. And then, right before we actually built the boatyards, we got these orchards where we grow fruits and hopefully get some nice harvests in. I'm actually going to put a lady in here to see if we can already soon get a harvest in. I'm not sure. It says trees need to be at least 2 years old to bear fruit. Could be that we are lucky and we already get some harvest in this year. If that's the case with these two, I will add some more workers. If not, then not. This one is only 1 year old, so this one won't bear fruit yet. And now last, we built the tavern right here. It's just done now, but there's no alcohol, so there will be nobody working here. But to get past 400 people, you need a working tavern. I'm actually going to set it up already. No, not beef. So we'll set it up with beer, mead, and horilka. And as soon as we get to buy that somewhere, our tavern can get to work and we can grow beyond 400 people. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. To get past 300 people, we need this church. And we're getting close to 300 people. That's why we're building this big church now. It's a very long, big structure. It takes a long time to build, but it's a nice looking building. And in case you want to know, before you can get past 100 people, you need this little chapel. That's what we built here with a very small graveyard. 6 sites here, 6 sites there. So yeah, we're good for a while. And we have the salt works up here. So here we are extracting the salt that I mainly use for the fish and for the dried fruits. And to use as export products to make me money. Oh, and our 2 windmills. I forgot about those. We're actually making, hopefully, a lot of flour. And by the looks of it, we're doing quite well on it. So, yep, they're making flour for the town to sell. How much flour do we have? 1100. So that's pretty good. And that's mostly what we have right now. And, of course, lots and lots of decorations around town and stuff like that. But those are the industries, so I hope that was your answer and that was what you were looking for. Let's do some regular deliveries because they're not doing anything. And see, now they're getting to work, so that's nice. Town looks good. Thank you very much, Gamer Mama. Thanks for popping in. That's much appreciated. See you next time, peeps. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye, wifey. I'll see you later. Oh no, I see you already if I just turn my head. Okay, there comes the church. Almost there now. Look at this. I mean, there's even a bell in the tower. Look at that. That's so cool. Such nice graphics. How are you all doing? I'm fine, Gamer. How are you doing? You had a bit of a migraine recently. So how is that? Feeling better? I hope so. Okay, so the church is ready. We can now get past 300 people. You will also see people actually going to church. They will make a cross and then go in. Don't know what they do in there, but they go in. We'll get a priest at some point. Thank you so much. You are most welcome. And of course, feel free to ask any questions. And that goes for anyone. If you have questions about the game or any other questions, just let me know. I'll try to answer them. Okay, we've built a warehouse especially for some thatch. Just to store some, especially if we're going to do some more housing areas. We might need a lot of thatch in a short time. So let's start storing that. That will be good. Oh, I like all the different areas with the different types of housing and how we do it. It's nice, it's nice. Much better. I will be streaming 7 days a day tomorrow with Body Shot and Trouble. Yeah, I saw that. I believe like 8 o'clock in the morning, our time. I'll try to hop in for a bit. That should be fun. But good to hear that you're doing much better. That's the most important thing. That's nice. And doing good enough to stream tomorrow, so that's perfect. Alright, let's sell some salt. You can see we're now only selling 2,000 salt for 200 coins, which is good. We have a lot more in storage actually, so we could sell even more, so let's just do that. One of the things that are good to know in this game, the more you work with the trading system, the higher the demand will be. So we have now fulfilled the salt needs of this town. And that will slowly increase the demand that they will have. That of course takes time, and it sometimes can take years and years before you actually will see it and notice it. But in the long run, and if you play this game for like 50 or 100 years, you will really notice the difference and notice that the demand will go up and you can make even more money by it. So it's really, if you can sell stuff like charcoal to Derkachi, always do that because the demand will go up. And in 20 years, you're not selling like 2,000 or 3,000 every time, but you're selling 10,000 every time. And that'll get you a lot of money. I get them normally 2 times a year. Hope this was the last one this year. Yeah, I hope so too. Okay, is it? Yep, it's storing thatch now. That's going very well. We have a lot of limestone in. I think all the stones are in though, so there are no more reachable stone deposits, I think. So that's something to keep in mind. That's okay. It's nothing too bad. We need more stone, we can always buy it now. We actually have a positive treasury. It was down to 70 at some point. It's now up to 1,000, so that's actually not too bad. Happy with that. And the longer the game progresses, the more we can actually export in terms of salt and charcoal and stuff. So we'll just make more money. Okay, so they're working on the cow sheds. Let me see. We have 19 animals in this one. And we have some bulls that we can switch. So that they can also reproduce in the next chat. In the next cow shed. So that's good. We have some in here as well. Looks good. Single cart parking ready. Let's order a cart and also hook this one up to the tavern. So now only the tavern can use this cart if they need to supply booze. One thing I also noticed is there are these poles here. And they really look to me like these are for like tying your horse to the tavern. So I would love for this game to actually come up with mechanics where people actually have a horse. And that they can use that for travel and stuff. That would be so cool. But now, all we need is... No, the tavern area is actually ready. Look at this. This is now the tavern area. The trees just need to mature, but people can sit. We have the granary for all the stuff. We have the actual tavern. I mean, It looks nice. There's even barrels standing there. There's benches on there. We have a little well there. We have the cart shed for the tavern. So the tavern area is now done, and I like this. I like this. This looks cool. That'll be a place where we'll see Rodok sit a lot. Alright, we're selling some good stuff here. 278 people. We're getting close to 300 now, so I'm happy that we have the church. There comes the cow shed. Now, don't make the mistake of immediately moving over cows to your cow shed, because that will go bad, because there is no food in there. I also think I have no pasture available, so that will be an issue. So always make sure that you first fill this up with the food and water that you actually need. And I'm just going to copy all the options here. And then they will start to fill it up. And once they have filled it up, then you can start to transfer animals. If you do it too early, they will just die of hunger and thirst. And that's... And to buy animals or to wait for them to breed actually takes time. And to buy them is pretty expensive. So don't make those mistakes. You can actually see how much stuff is inbound already. And there's a lot inbound. So this is going very well. Right now it plays there in the middle of the field. Oh, that's one of the folk songs. Cool. Cool. Okay, let's transfer one of the bulls and a few cows. 1, 2, 3 out of this cow shed. And 1, 2, 3 out of this cow shed. You can actually slaughter one of the bulls. You only need 1 bull to breathe, and all the extra ones are just there sitting in the space where you could also have a cow that actually gives milk. Bulls don't give anything. So if you don't need oxen at the moment, and we don't need oxen at the moment, get rid of all the excess bulls that you have, so you have more room for cows. Now, if you wait for the bull to be mature and actually be 1 year, you will get 100 meat and 100 cow hides from that bull. If you don't wait the full time, you don't get the full yield. So if you wait for like 9 months, you might get only 80 meat and only 80 cow hides. That's why I always wait until they are 1 year, so you get the full yield from slaughtering them. So that's a little tip. Make sure to wait that your animals are actually of age, and then start to slaughter them. Don't do it before. Alright, this cow shed now has 7 animals. They can start to reproduce. There's actually a free pasture at the moment, so they will go there. Which is good, not the required resource. Why are we not getting the salt in? Work it by hand. Oh, they should be delivering the salt in there. But we have the messenger from their Kachi. Let's sell a bit more charcoal. Not gonna sell the shoes because we don't have an abundance, but should be okay. And I see we are getting apples. And this one is not, so let's get ladies in here. Let's get them to work on the harvest. These two actually are going to harvest already, even though just 2 years old. And here's your proof, Cooper. We had a discussion about this last time. Like, do they need to be 2 or 3 years old? You can see, years since the trees are planted is 2, and we actually get the first fruit already. So that all has to do with when the trees turn 2. I believe these turned 2 in January, and then it's still in time to get a yield that year. If it's later, you might not be in time for that. So luckily we are. And we already get fruit from both of them. Very nice. Now this should have some dried fruits in here already. Not really, so let's do that right now. Dried fruits. This is also not set up for dried fruits. So let's do that. 1,000, please. The thing is, in the orchards, the first years you won't get the maximum yield. It actually takes 5 or 7 years. 5 years of age. Then they will bear full yield. So it will take another 3 years until we get a full yield. And then it will just fluctuate a little bit each year. But at least we get the most out of it then. Right now that's not yet the case. Let's also make this 1,000. Probably best. And then are we selling dried fruit here already? No, but we're trying to sell honey. Let's get rid of that. Let's sell dried fruit here. We already removed the honey anyway, so that's good. And then we should sell off any products there. Might have to add a market at some point again. Oh, and we're already turning it into the first bits of dried fruit. And look at that, 900 apples. That's a lot. Well, that's going pretty good. Let's do apply to all and apply to all. So now this one will also start to fill up. And then we can transfer even more animals soon. Problem with Ukrainian folk songs, there is only approximately 100 very distinct. Rest have at least 10 similars. Ah, okay. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. An orange a day keeps the plumber away. Basically, if you throw food at people, they go away. Well, you don't necessarily even need fruit for that, but how is dried fruit made? They just make it from the fruit, so apparently they dry it somehow in the building. So they do it in this building. That's why you need the ladies in here in certain seasons. So we don't need them in here in most of the year. But in a part of the year you do. And I like to keep one in there in the off-season in case there are still apples that they have to dry. But they do the drying in the building itself. And you can see that the apples spoil and the dried fruit doesn't. So it's really good to have the dried fruit. Because apples take 18 months to spoil. But if you have the other types, so the cherries or the apricots, they actually spoil way faster. So then it's even more important to turn them into dried fruits. And you can see it just takes them a bit of time to turn it into dried fruits. And even houses do that. So we can see here, this house, these are actually fruit bushes that are growing there. So these will at some point also harvest fruit. And then slowly turn that into dried fruits. Here we have another one that actually has fruit bushes, this one too. So these have raspberries, that's a fruit. And in time they will turn those into dried fruits and then they won't spoil anymore. These have raspberries too. So that's how it works in the houses. They also do it themselves. Of course, with the houses, especially with small gardens, you get quite a low yield. This one should have a bit higher yield. See, 99 raspberries. But they should also turn it into dried fruit. But it just happens in the building. So you don't have to get a special building to turn it into dried fruits. Here you can actually see some dried fruits as well as still raspberries. And then they will turn those into dried fruits. It just takes them some time. And especially in here, like with the dried fruits, it's really helpful that they do that. They do need a certain amount. I don't really know what the amount is. It doesn't say anywhere. But these 9 will, in the end, should spoil away. But luckily, since apples remain good for 18 months, we will already do another harvest before these spoil. And then they will still be used in the new harvest. So if you do it well, you don't get any spoilage of apples at least. Okay, I did set this one up. Let's do apply to all. And then still take them out of this one because we don't need any in there for the first 2 years. Let's take a look. We have plenty of hay. So that's not an issue. This is all working. This one is filled up now. So actually I'm going to move the second bull over. And then we are going to move another 2 cows from this one. And 2 from that one. And then we have some animals in this one soon too. And then they can all start to breathe again. And we get a ton of cows that we can use to make the badges of leather. That's nice. By the law, raspberries and berries. Okay. I don't think berries is actually in the game. So I think they will always make raspberries. And then turn those into dried fruits at some point. But usually, I believe it will almost spoil and then they will turn it into dried fruits. Hey, these got apples. Is this because this is an apple tree then? Oh, cool. They got some apples, but they should also dry those. Where was that house that I showed? I think right here. See, they're not spoiling yet. Almost though. And then they should turn them into dried fruits. I think some of my granaries are actually set to buy dry fruits. Yeah, we can turn that off now. They don't have to buy dried fruits. Because we're now producing plenty. So that should not be the issue. Okay, there we go. Alright, well, 278 people, 1200 coins now. So we're doing very good on the coin front. Still busy with the fishing, turning it into dried fish. They also do that in the building here, but they do need salt to actually do that. So they will slowly turn the dried fish into the fish into dried fish with the use of salt. That's why you always need to put all the workers in, because some are fishing and others are working on the badges. So make sure that you have enough people in there. And yep, church is ready, gazebo is ready, we have the entranceway into the gazebo, so I think this is okay. This looks pretty cool. And with that, we're going to slowly put this stream to an end, my lovely people, because I'm a bit tired, and I think it's good for me to take a little bit of rest before tomorrow, another day. And of course, after the stream, I will get into the Discord to hook up Agudo on the Farming Simulator game for Sunday, so that should be nice. So I think we made progress. We've expanded the town, made it look even nicer, and yeah, still plenty to do though. I mean, if we look at the map, we haven't even filled, I don't know, or we have probably filled like 1/8 of the map, so there's plenty of stuff to do. So thank you all for being here. Thanks for the nice and lovely chats. Thanks for the great questions I got. I hope I got to answer them right. Thanks for all the suggestions. And if you go to bed soon, sleep well. Take care. Hope you have a good weekend. And then I'd love to see you on Sunday for the Farming Simulator streams. If you're looking for some other streams to watch, I don't know if anybody's on right now. I know tomorrow morning our time, so in like 11 hours from now, Gamer Mama will be streaming. And she'll be streaming some 7 Days to Die with Body Shot and Trouble. So that should be fun. So you can always go there and watch that. And other than that, I just wish you all the best. Take care. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Good luck with hubby, Laura. Fingers crossed everything goes well. And then we will see you all soon. Ta-ta. Bye-bye. Catch you later.